Warrior Fishing Tackle in Vincent, and Andrew's joining me once again this evening. So how was everyone's week? We missed you guys since last week Monday. Let us know how it was going. How was your fishing this weekend? I didn't do too much of it, but anyway, let us know, guys. Weather has got a bit better. We had crazy west wind, east wind, East London weekend. Conditions weren't great. I know some of the guys did manage some fish on the weekend. They fished hard for them, but they were rewarded.
Yeah, so I didn't do any fishing. Once again, guys, I don't know if I've been lazy or what.
Lazy.
Been lazy, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, we got 10 people watching us, but we know it always picks up and does tend to get a bit higher and higher
100%.
As the people grow. So now it's just jumped to 16 just like that.
But no comments yet. Come on, guys, get those comments coming through.
Yeah, we got some hots coming through, but we don't have some comments
I get to talk to Andrew enough. I'd like to talk to some of you guys for a change.
Yeah, so guys, if you've got any questions, hit them up in the comment section. It's always good to hear from you. We are live from Bulmoria. We've got Dave here, we've got Neil here, we've got Jared here. And yeah, we going to be talking some tackle.
Fantastic. We have someone arrived.
For the next half an hour / 45 minutes / however long we feel like talking tonight. Anyway, Krisa Naidu saying, how's it, guys? Somatic Fitness saying, how's it, fishers? Heinrich saying, afternoon. Manus Rue, when will the new Shimano Nasky be coming in?
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
I think.
But we've got a deal on which one? The one model just up on the Nasky at a great price.
James saying there's the model up on the Nasky
at a great price.
The Miracle.
The Miracle.
Yeah, so Miracle, there we go.
I think to be clear on the new Nasky, listen, I don't deal with inner suppliers, but it was only launched at the Australian Tackle Show, which I watched about 2 months ago on TV. So I think it's only going to be 2026. If it was normally 9 months to a year, we're getting, only.
No, it's going to be later.
It's going to be later this year. Dave said it's going to be later this year. But the new Nasky does look phenomenal. It's got a lot of drop-down technology from the Stella, the anti-twist fin and things like that coming in. It's a phenomenal reel, and it's packaged superb. Nice little blue with an orange accent. Looks fantastic, guys.
So let's talk about that before we get back to some more comments. So basically, the way I would understand it, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, is that let's start at the top of Shimano's reels.
Saltwater reels, Stella.
Saltwater reel. Let's start at the Stella.
Yeah.
Then underneath that, you got twin power.
Correct.
In South Africa. Okay.
In South Africa, twin power, yeah.
Okay. Underneath that, Stratic.
Stratic, or to me they're the same reel, but Stratic. Theoretically,
Stratic, right. Okay, so in theory, if my assumptions are correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, but essentially, when there's a new Stella that comes out, the technology from the older Stella should be passed down to the newer.
There's trickle-down technology.
To the newer twin power. So there is that trickle-down technology. Hence, even though we talk about Stratic and Saragossa being the same, in essence, the Stratic is a lighter reel.
It is lighter, correct. It is lighter.
Yes. So, despite it being kind of a pimped out Saragossa, it is lighter. So correct. There is that passed down technology that actually has happened.
And then the newer Stratic also has a bit more feet. I think it's going to do the drag washing, if I'm not mistaken. There are one or two things that are a little bit superior than what the Saragossa is. That has filtered down.
So like we might say that they. Like customers will ask me like, is it worth spending the extra grand? Like, maybe, maybe not. Like, for example, today I sold one in conjunction with Assassin Affinity.
Yeah.
But I asked the guy the question, are you an aesthetic guy?
Yeah. It does look a hell of a lot better.
Because it looks so much better if you're buying that with a black braid.
Yes,
on the Affinity.
It does look
so
good.
If you're an aesthetic person, and it's in your budget, the Stratic is a lighter reel for all-day casting.
Correct, yeah.
And it does look better.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it justifies the price if you look at it that way.
And especially you're going to feel like, a lot of guys, like if you take a 10,000 Stratic and 10,000 Saragossa, you're looking at like, I think 18 or 20 grams, you're not going to feel the difference on a big reel like that. But that 20 grams on a 5 or 6,000 rand reel, 5 or 6,000 size reel, not rand reel, sorry, you're going to feel the difference because you're putting 1,000 casts a day as opposed to 10,000. You might be putting 30 casts on a day.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of where we sit in terms of like how the technology does get filtered down.
Yes,
and I believe that that's what does happen. That's my personal belief. And I think, like this generation, twin power is fantastic. We both own a twin power. I own two.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. But it's going to be interesting when they eventually do bring out a newer, bigger size twin power, not the smaller ones, like a bigger size, the 14,000s.
Yeah, I think that they don't ever go up past the 14.
They don't go up past the 14.
Yeah.
But like I think they've got the smaller.
Yeah, they've just relaunched the smallest. We got the SWs, the twin power SWs.
Yes.
So the twin power, I think they are, which one, I can't remember the model of it, guys. They've just updated their smaller, their spinning twin powers. They're 5,000 and 5 and 6,000. I can't remember the something B. Those have some phenomenal. You got. I can't remember what it's called. Infinity drive, where the spool goes up at one speed and drops at a different speed. Which those haven't been incorporated into the bigger twin powers yet.
So in essence, yeah, that kind of, I hope that answers your question. I see Albert's just popped in and he's got something, but we'll get to Albert. Justin Davies saying, hey bros. Cole van der Merwe saying, how's it uncles?
Hello, Cole.
Zach Meyer, evening fishers from Quebeca.
Quebeca, of all places.
Samuel Roberts, what's happening, fishers? Dion Smuts, how's it, fishers? How about a little auction before the big one next week? Are you missing those little auctions, eh?
There's a big auction next week.
There's a huge auction next week. So let's talk about huge auctions next week. Okay, so
this is as big as it can get.
Yeah, in essence, next week we are auctioning off
Saltiga,
Saltiga 2025, 20,000, which retails at just shy of 26,000 Rand.
The hottest, like, yeah, it doesn't get better than that. In my eyes, it doesn't get better than that.
No, in my eyes either. That is that is the ultimate.
Rolls Royce of reel.
Yeah, and just looking, feeling, touching, you will know
quality.
Quality is quality. And anyway, at the end of the day, guys, 26,000 Rand reel, we're gonna have starting bids at 12,000 Rand.
So get that checkbook. Don't ask permission for this one. Just do it.
Yeah. You know what? If you've got a wife or a girlfriend, just remember it's always easier to get forgiveness than permission.
You can just show how much you say. Listen, I saved 5,000 Rand buying this reel. Don't tell her what you paid for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Show her the saving. Don't show her the actual cost. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that's what's happening next week. It's going to be a very, very big one. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty epic. I think it's going to be nice and full, the auction. I think a lot of guys are after that reel. And you know what? I'm not saying that it's going to fetch higher than retail, but someone's definitely going to save a couple of grand.
You're going to save some money.
Yeah. So I think, if you're looking for,
it's worth a chance, but you could save yourself some money.
Yeah, definitely save yourself some money, especially if you are in the market for top tier Rolls Royce of reels. Anyway, Tony Kruger saying, how's it, guys?
How's it, Tony?
Conrad Swart, hello fishers. Kelvin de Klerk, good evening, guys. Looking for a nice fast action spinning rod, 14 to 15 foot. Struggling with slow action rods. Budget is 3,500 to 4,500.
Fast action. Okay, slow action. Your Evo pretty much takes out. The price doesn't really get to Evo anyway. I'm trying to think what's coming in that. Hearty Risers are out the question there, but slow.
Hearty Risers are slow.
Yeah. What's the Beachmasters there? About 6.5, eh? I don't know prices, guys.
About 5.
Yeah.
5 grand, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably your closest. I'll have to think about that one. What comes into a fast action rod there?
Yeah, let's come back to that. Anyway, Albert Besson is here, and now that Albert is here, so we've just spoken about the Saltiga being the Rolls Royce of reels, and then he sent me some videos or some pictures of like the whole.
I saw that picture. Listen, there was a picture going around of one Saltiga that the top of the reel had broken off. 100%. I'm not saying it can happen, but also, was that reel dropped? Was that reel driven over? Did that reel have a 100-pound braid on it and the guy cupped his spool? There's so many. Maybe it was a manufacturing fault. Who knows? But then I can say that, and I've seen on the other end of the sale. I'm not pros and cons. I've seen Shimano Stellas handles fall off.
Yeah.
So, guys, BMWs break down, Mercedes break down, Lamborghinis break down. It can happen. There are faults. I'm sure that reel would be replaced. No obligation by the supplier.
100%.
Manufacturing fault. The reel could have been dropped. It could have been dropped in transport. It could have got a crack into the spool. Also, just looking, so I'm going into a bit of depth here. At that spool, a spool even on a cheap reel, I've never seen on a 300 rand reel, and I've put 80-pound braid on some of my bass reels, and they cost 300 rand. I've never broken a spool this way. Your directional force on a spool, if it's through the line roller, is this way on the spool. So I can understand a spool crunching in this way.
Yeah.
But to pull the top of a spool,
yeah,
there's no force on the spool pulling that way. The line's pulling from the side of the spool, not to the front. So that spool's been dropped or driven over, and that photo might have just circulated incorrectly.
Yeah, okay.
And it had no braid on the spool too, which also made me a bit more suspect.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, Albert, that might answer some of your questions there that you had regarding it. Look, at the end of the day, for me, and I think for Dean as well, we both agree that the Daiwa Saltiga is the ultimate reel.
Yeah, you prove if you watch, listen, I don't even watch South African anglers here, we target bronzies on ours. But Stella, Saltiga, you watch the guys in Oz and the guys in Indonesia, 40, 50 kilo GTs, and their handles aren't falling off, and their spools aren't popping. So
yeah,
once off maybe.
Yeah, look, I mean, you're basically comparing apples with apples when you start talking Stella, Saltiga. Personally, I'm a Saltiga guy, but then I'm not a Certate guy, I'm a twin power guy.
Yeah, so like our Saltiga, lovely in the bigger sizes. If I had a 8,000, I'll take a Saltiga. I mean, I'll take a Stella. That's just my personal preference on a lighter reel.
Yeah, so look, I'm in love with twin powers, guys. Yeah. So for me, I stick with twin powers.
Fantastic reel.
I don't think I feel the need for a Stella in like what we're fishing with, like a 5,000 to a 14,000 size. No. I don't think I can justify it.
Rather buy 2 twin powers.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I could rather have 2 twin powers. But anyway, that's beside the point. Now we're just blabbering on here. Anyway, we got 64 people joined in, which is really cool to have. Last week we got over 100, so stick around, guys. It would be nice to hit that 100 mark every single week. It is something that we are obviously pushing and aiming for. So let's go, Conrad Swart. What do you think of the Daiwa BG reels, and is the Selena maybe better? Just needs some new reels for cob and shark fishing.
Listen, I've owned both. BGs are bulletproof. I've still got BGs that are still grinding away 5 years later. They're still grinding away. They do lose their drag clicker after about 3 years of hardcore fishing. Selena also bulletproof. I couldn't put the one above the other. I think it's going to come down to your preference here. They're both very solid hard reels. I can't say which one's better out of the two. They're both, neither of them have failed me, so it's a bit difficult to say.
Yeah, I think it's, look, for me, I think it's also personal preference.
Yeah.
The only thing that drives me nuts about a BG
is the handle.
The drag clicker.
The drag clicker, yeah. It's got a horrible drag clicker, and
you don't hear them eventually.
They can become silent quickly.
But with that said, the Selena also doesn't have a very loud drag clicker.
And I like the power knob in the Selena. It comes with like a Comexa style power knob, which I prefer over. I don't like the BG's handle.
So if it was me, I'd go Selena, but that's my choice. Yeah.
But then also the pro side of having a BG. If you've got a BG 4500, you can put a 5,000 spool on it. You get two different. You get an 8 and a 10,000 size reel at the same reel. And if you've got a 6500, you can put an 8,000 spool on it. So you got an 18 and pretty much 18 and a 20,000 size reel. So you're getting that you got to weigh up as well.
Yeah, so you know what? They're both good reels.
Yeah.
They're kind of falling
the same price.
Yeah, similar price, but they're falling like just shy of like when you start hitting your IPX rates.
Yeah, your seal reels and things like that. So they're last in the line in South African market.
Yeah, your spin fishers, your spheroses.
Yeah.
And then obviously moving one tier higher where you'd start going Saragosas, slammers, things like that. Okay. Manus Roo, would the Evo 7 with a 20,000 Saragossa handle a lot of the non-edibles?
100%.
Yes.
100%. A lot of guys using Evos for their non-ed fishing, and they're doing very well with them.
Yeah, so that's a hard yes from me. I'm not sure if you watched the video with Sean from iFish, Sean Peacock, and basically just running through the differences between the Evo and the Horizon. If you guys haven't checked that video out, go check it out. It is on the channel. It's an awesome video, and Sean kind of breaks down kind of what you are sort of looking at or wanting each rod for. Like I sent that video to a customer as an example, and he said to me like, look, his budget is either the Evo or the Championship Edition.
Yeah.
So like I'm a champ guy. Yeah. I like the Championship Edition, right? That's my style of fishing, but I target crackers.
Yeah.
Like that's my target species. But then after watching that video, he said to me his target species is cob.
Cob.
So you see the Evo, when he watched that video, like that suited his fishing style.
It appealed to him more.
Yeah, it appealed to him more. Like, but for me, being a cracker fisherman, I don't.
Yeah, you want that bit of a, you want that faster taper.
Yeah,
faster taper and things like
so
that.
I had that same conversation with someone else today, and yeah, that is kind of like weighing up the Evo versus the Horizon Championship in basically a nutshell, I guess. How's it, Fisher? Just a quick question. What are your guys' favorite fish to catch? Black stem bass.
Oh, I like catching all of them, but I like catching cob. I love catching cob. I know it's not the most spectacular fish to catch, running and jumping and things like that, but I just get something up. I don't know, the feeling I get when I catch a decent cob. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I also enjoy catching cob, but my primary favorite, most loved species, which I'm quite good at catching,
he's
black stem bass.
He's mastering the art of it.
Yeah, I've done pretty well over the last 2 years. Tariq Hussain saying, hey fishers, thanks for the advice, buds, tight lines. Both myself and Dean spoke to Tariq earlier. The argument here was he already owns the Assassin Affinity.
A few of them.
Yeah, a couple. And then he was looking at alternative options like a Cob Master or an Archipelago or something like that. So this is just to give some context. At the end of the day, like I said to him, is like, you are downgrading quite a bit. Like, no disrespect to the Cob Master or the Archipelago, because they are both fantastic rods.
But the Affinity is a superior rod, and everyone knows that.
The Affinity is just on another planet.
Yeah. I don't think anyone understands until they fish with the Affinity. They're like, yes, why does that rod, they're going to pay 4,000 Rand for 11-foot rod. Yes. Now that I fished with one, I'd pay 7,000 Rand for that rod.
Yeah, and Tariq agreed with me because he also owns championship editions. Yeah. And he said, like, the Affinity feels better than the Champ.
It is.
Which it actually does.
Remember I said to you the other day, if I could, got a championship, got two, got an Affinity, you can have my championships, leave with my Affinity.
Yeah.
Exactly what I said.
And I remember in the one fight that we never actually managed to get onto Untraceable Fishing because it took us 4 attempts to land one sweetie on
decent sized spotted gully.
Spotted gully on the Affinity.
Not you the rod's fault, more me getting snapped up and stuffed up. Yeah,
20-pound braid, getting reefed, things like that. So it was kind of stuff out of our control. But after the 4th attempt, we landed one. But I'll never forget the first attempt, and it was actually quite a decent sized spotted gully, and
probably the biggest one of the lot.
Yeah, it was the biggest one of the lot, and it was on for about 15 minutes. And I remember in that video actually following you and filming you. I was like, okay, so Dean, how is this rod handling? And you were like,
I couldn't believe it.
It's better than my Horizon.
Yeah, I could pull 11 foot as hard as you could pull an 11 foot or pull any rod, and it still had more to go.
Yeah,
and it didn't lose the sensitivity. It got, the harder you pulled it, the better feedback it gave you, which I haven't seen from a rod before. I don't think any rod does that. Maybe I haven't pulled my Horizons hard enough, but the Affinity, the harder you pull, the better feedback you get from it.
Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. Like when Dean said that to me, like, I don't think I'd actually fished with my Affinity by that point, to be honest with you. Like, I had it, I just hadn't fished with it. And I didn't understand what Dean was saying until I fished with it.
Like, that rod's alive. From just throwing a sink and a bait, the rod's alive. But when that rod is at its 70, 80% of its capabilities, 90% of its capabilities, up to 100% of as hard you can pull that rod, that's when that rod starts performing.
Yeah.
That's when that thing's when it's in the red line, that's when that rod, you're going to see the value of that rod.
Yeah, so anyone who's in the market for an 11-foot rod,
buy an Affinity.
If it's in your budget, buy an Affinity. Okay, let's get back to some questions here because we've got a lot of catching up to do now because we've been yabbering on for a bit. I'm looking to buy the Assassin Dual XT, but I don't know what action is the best to fish for cob and what not on the boat. What weight would you suggest?
The Dual XTs, they come in, it all depends. Are you fishing in the river? Are you fishing out at sea? Are you jigging with the rod? Give us a bit more detail, how you're using the Dual XT. Obviously, there are different weights in them. If you're fishing 60 meters of water, you know what I mean, you can't use the light because you're going to put a heavier sinker down. Just give us a little bit of information and we will try to clarify that for you. To me, the Dual XT light's on the money if you are fishing in rivers and sub 20 meters of water.
All right, so Conrad Swart saying, Selena, it is then. Thanks a lot. Fishing Port Elizabeth saying, how's it going, chaps? Vian Smuts, looking for a nice scratching rod stuck between a Beachmaster number 4 Bluefish 2 to 4 ounce. What would you recommend? You're talking about the Beachmaster Legend Edition, the new one, I'm assuming, because it's a number 4.
Yeah, maybe that one.
Or a Bluefish 2 to 4 ounce.
Or listen, I look at the razor. If you got that sort of price in your budget, Beachmaster, the razor. I think for scratching rod, the razor a bit lighter, a bit thinner.
That's actually
but more comfortable too. If you're scratching around for a couple of hours, I think the razor will be a better addition there.
Yeah, I actually have to agree with Dean there. That didn't even cross my mind when I read that comment. But for scratching 2 to 4 ounce range, that razor.
When it comes to scratching, then if you're fishing off the surf, stuff like that, it's fine. If you're pegging the rod, you're just standing holding your rod. When it comes to scratching, that extra bit of thinness, the extra bit of lightness goes a long way.
And also you're moving.
You're moving all the time. You're casting shorter. You're casting just more versatile. The lighter the rod is, the more enjoyable scratching is.
Exactly.
I can hold my old 15-foot rods I got in the home that probably weigh like 3 kilos. I can still fish off the surf with them today.
Yeah.
I can stand there the whole day with it. But with scratching, light, thin, as normal as possible. Hence I scratch with an 11-foot.
Okay, Benico Singh, what's happening? My fishers, how's the fishing going, my guys? Not so good on my side.
We're trying.
Not so good on Dean's side either.
It's going to go good this weekend though, guys. I'm saving myself.
Mad fishing. Hi, guys. Wilderness area, fishing very quiet. Stinker, can you maybe show me the Loomis and Franklin Shoremaster 12-foot? But unfortunately not. Jared is busy caught up in the back. He's busy sorting things out. We can't show anyone anything today, guys.
Check it out on the website. They are there to look at.
They are there. They are there. Nathan West, so hey fishers, I own an Akuma Tomcat 14,000. I was thinking of selling it and replacing it with a Rovex Big Boss Pro 8,000. Is it a good idea? Because the biggest fish I caught is a 30-centimeter blacktail on that reel.
Listen, it is a good idea always to upgrade your reels. The only thing, how much are you actually going to get for it? You're throwing money away now. You're buying a Tomcat. I don't know what they retail for, 1,000 Rand?
Yeah.
1,000 Rand. So what are you actually going to end up getting for your reel? You're not going to get much for it. So I just keep saving, fish the Tomcat, just keep saving and get the Rovex when that reel gives up one day.
Yeah, look, that Rovex Big Boss 8,000 has been flying off the shelves for good reason. The reel looks good and it carries that same Rovex DNA that it's had its entire life. Anyway, Musa saying, how's it, fishers? How's it, bad? I hope you're well. I know I sent Musa a message the other day, had a little chat, brief one. But yeah, man, it's always good to have you tuning in. Marnus Rue, I have the Horizon Champ 4 with a Saragossa 10,000 and trying to do some cracker fishing. Would it work? He said he's more of a cod fisherman.
100% it'll work. I've chased silvers and blacks on my best black I've ever caught on my Evo.
Yeah.
On my Evo with the BG 5000. So 100% it'll work. Upgrade your braid a little bit. Those rods are number 4s can pull, bud.
Yeah, look, you've got a top tier rod there.
That rod can pull. You can pull as hard as you want, and I think it'll pull.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't specifically go and target bronzies with it, but but it can pull.
It could be fun. You got a 25,000 reel with as long as you got enough braid, flat stick it.
Yeah, but it can pull. It can pull. Conrad Swart, how does the Hearty Rise compare with assassin rods? Well,
which Hearty Rise?
Which Hearty Rise? Which assassin?
That's like I can't really answer that. 2 different brands, 2 different visions of rods.
Yeah, so give us like which ones you want compared.
Yeah.
Like do you want us to compare Horizon with Sakana, Evo with Kayasuto?
Yeah. You're pretty much saying like is BMW or Mercedes-Benz better at the moment? That all depends on customer preference. Yeah, so it's a bit of a difficult one to answer there. Sorry, bud.
Justin Davies, Vian, the Beachmaster will blow your hair back. Yeah, that Beachmaster is a beautiful rod. Yeah, really. You know what? Beachmaster is beautiful. Razor Edition, beautiful.
Beautiful. Beachmaster blows your hair back.
XT has always been beautiful.
That's what happens when you buy an Horizon, chaps.
Yes. Renier Potgieter, on the deep sea, anywhere from 35 to 60 meters of water dropping baits. That's for that Jewel XT.
Yeah, there may be a medium, or I think it comes in maybe a medium or medium heavy. Listen, the heavy is not a heavy rod at all. That depth of water, probably a heavy, to be honest.
Okay, Bendigo Singh, we were in Claremont this weekend in ugly, horrible conditions. Was terrible, to be honest. Where you all going this weekend? Don't think we've got any plans this weekend.
I'm fishing
yet.
Saturday, league on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. So Sunday, I don't know if I'm going to fish because league does take it out of you a bit.
Yeah.
But you never know if the conditions are right.
All right, Jaggy Govender, how's it, fishers? What's your opinions on the Pen Battle 3 DX? It's a beaut of a reel.
Fantastic reel.
Yeah. Depending on your application.
Did the 3 come in? It did come in a DX as well.
It is a DX, yeah. Depends on your application. According to your size.
Battle. Sorry, I thought it was Slam off for a second.
No,
they're fantastic
Pen
reels.
Battle DX, they're brilliant reels. They really are.
Bulletproof.
I think in any size they perform, and I think at the moment we've got them on some hot specials at the moment as well. So yeah, if you're in the market for a solid reel, DX essentially stands for dealer exclusive.
Yeah.
And the DX does have one extra bearing as far as I know.
On the battles, yes. The Slammers is a bit of a difference, but on the battles is normally extra bearing. Okay. And the gear on the bigger models, I think from the 6,000 upwards, they have brass gear over an aluminium gear, if I'm not mistaken, guys. Don't hold me to that.
Okay, Stinker, Pen Battle 3000 or Akuma Zor's 4000 for scratching around with an Akuma Wave Power 7 foot.
Pen Battle
3.
Sorry.
Vian Smuts, Justin Davies, I have the number 6 and loving it. That's talking about the Beachmaster.
When are you getting a number 7?
Manus Roo, what size circle hook for cracker? My go-to, an 8-0.
8-0, depending on your brand, but we use BKK. 8-0s to me is a nice all-round size. The only time I might go down is if you are fishing a crab, and the 8-0 is a bit too big for the body of the crab, but 8-0 is a general good size hook.
Yeah, so I prefer 8-0. I prefer the UA.
Yeah.
Okay, so in BKK, you got UA, which stands for Ultra Anti-Rust.
Yeah.
You got SS, which is a super slide coating.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think SS has its place when it comes to maybe your live bait and things like that.
When you need piercing softer, you don't want to damage your little fish when you're putting hooks to them. And
correct.
Like that,
So that's where the SS kind of comes into play. That's why I always fish UA. Ultra Anti-Rust. Does it make the biggest world of difference?
Probably not.
SS to UA?
Probably not, but that's the hook that's the hook you trust in.
Yeah, that's my hook of choice. Okay, so that puts it into perspective. You know what? Anything from a 6-0 to an 8-0 will work.
Yeah, you can crack it, even go 9, some of us go 9, depends. But yeah, 6 to 8 is what I'm pretty much going to use.
I mean, I've caught them on 10-0, steel trace.
Yeah, 12-0s.
Yeah.
Full metal raggy jackets. We've caught them on 4-0s.
Yeah, you actually
caught them on shad hooks.
You thought you had a shark on the one night and you let it run, let it run, and before you hit it, and it was a big black. Yeah, so anyway, guys, the questions are running out at the moment. And I don't
get those questions coming, guys.
Yeah, but anyway, we don't have too much longer to go here, guys. So let's get those last few questions rolling in before
I was going to jump in there just to do my port.
Your thought.
My part. So, fishers out there, 1st of November, it is a Saturday, from 8 o'clock in the morning, I think it is until 2 o'clock, Xanadu, since the east, if you are in the East London, the greater surrounding area, Border Rock and Surf Association are having their development day. So pack your rods, as I'll see in the video, pack your grannies, pack your sisters, pack your kids, come down and join the Border Rock and Surf Association. All the clubs will be there, guys. Some very famous anglers will be there. We have a whole lot of sponsors. I know Andrew and myself, we are giving clone lures away. We are giving Cotton Pro away. We've got goods from Fish SA we're giving away. We are giving official T-shirts away. I know Assassin are coming to the party with Border Rock and Surf. They're giving some Assassin clothing away. Twizzlers are going to be there. NTT, I don't know if it's Volkswagen anymore. NTT Group are going to be there. Sunuka are going to be there. If there's anyone else I have forgotten out, I do apologize. Bulmoria will be giving a nice bait voucher away. So come down. There's going to be guidance on water reading, casting skills, bait presentations by some of the top rock and surf anglers in the country. Bring your rod. We're all going to have a nice fish afterwards. Some lucky draw prizes. So definitely come join. Entry is free. There's no charge. You rock up, and you'll probably end up walking away with something, guys. There's a lot of prizes to be given away. So do come through and join us. Remember, 1st of November, 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock, Xanadu, since the east. If none of you know where it is, need directions, everyone has my number, 071 109 2413, and I will put you and to help you set up to get there. Anyway, guys, hope to see you all there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool day, you know, like it's just really cool to have like these sort of days that get put together by Border Rock and Surf, just to encourage anglers just to get
Yeah,
together.
even if you're not interested in fishing league, come out, you're still going to learn something. You're going to get beautiful bait presentations done. They're also going to teach you how to read the surf. You're going to fish with maybe some of your heroes on there. You know, there's some guys that I've looked up to fishing my whole life, and they're going to be there. So it's going to be fantastic.
Exactly. Okay, so let's run through these last few comments, guys, before we call it a wrap for this evening. Samuel Roberts saying, shout out to Landre for landing his first cob this weekend, all the way from Pretoria. Yeah, man.
Well done,
well
Landre.
done. Vian Smuts, do you guys still have the Tesoro 20,000 in stock? Yes, we do. Does the Pen Battle 3 have a screw-in handle? Yes, it does. John Anderson, hey yo, fishers. I took the day to redo my H-frame using ideas from your channel. It turned out amazing. You guys are the bomb. Thanks, an absolute ton. Yeah, man. So did you double stack? Or did you single stack?
Respray.
Yeah, respray. Like we did a lot of different things. Like I think there were 2 videos.
Yeah,
you
the 2
did one,
videos. Yeah,
I did one. So yeah, how did everything go? Let's wait for that reply before we end this live. It'll be interesting to see if you double stacked or how you went about doing things. Fishing Port Elizabeth, that's awesome, guys. Pity I'm in PE. Yeah, man. Well, take a drive through. You know what I mean? PE is not that far. 3.5 hours
Saturday,
away.
you leave, wake up 4 o'clock Saturday morning, drive through.
Exactly. Justin Bullion, yo guys, what reel would you pair with an 11-foot rapid spin 1 to 3 ounce? Some reels, pen variants feel too bulky and don't fit the winch properly. Is the 4K Big Boss too small for cob on drop shot? What was that reel earlier that we said on such a good deal? Pen Clash 2.
Pen Clash 2. Now we're talking. What size are they available in?
3, 4, and 5, I think.
Yeah, 5,000 Pen Clash 2. Fantastic
Yes.
reel. Otherwise, Pen Battle 5,000.
Justin, go look on Bill More's website under birthday specials. The Pen Clash 2.
You're getting it for nominal deal. You're getting a 4,000 rand reel for 2 grand.
Yeah, 4,000 rand reel for like literally 2,000 rand.
Light as day is it?
Yeah, light. You won't be sorry with that one. I have to.
To the 5,000.
Yeah, I have to be honest.
Man, you're making me want one now, bro.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh, that's what you want, bro.
That's what you want.
And it looks like, hey, it looks Star Wars-ish, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what you want.
Well, I like this, bro.
So Justin, listen, if it's in your budget, bud, go for that one. Yes, it's even got a little.
Tease me. Yo, I need one of these now, bro.
No, they're nice. They're very nice. That's
2 grand. One was the one. How much are these?
2 grand, like two round about there. Yeah.
Well, like
no.
2,300 rand. Bro.
Yeah, 5,000 rand reel down to 2,000.
This is a bubble battle, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so that's like below a slammer somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Anyway, Musa, difference between the camo leader and the surf leader in JDB. There isn't a difference besides just the coloring.
It's the same thing.
Same thing,
yeah.
Anderson, double stack, respray the whole thing.
Oh, double stack.
High as a kite on the paint. Happy with the result.
A little Debonair's H-frame, bro.
You got a little backpack. Like
check when I triple stack mine sometimes, bro.
Uber Eats.
With Africool on top.
Yeah. No, that's lekker, man. John, I'm glad that it turned out good. So we pretty much said we're going to wrap up these last few questions. Then I wanted to hear from John how he managed to sort out his H-frame, but I'm glad you used some of our advice. And yeah, man, the double stack thing definitely works for us. Is the Akuma Invincible 11-foot 2 to 4 ounce a good rod for scratching and targeting small sharks, about 30 to 45 centimeters? It'll work.
100%. Those are small sharks.
Fishing Port Elizabeth, Lacquer Chaps, sounds like a plan. I think you should come, man. I think you should come. Dion Smuts, what's your opinion on 65-pound backing and 50-pound top shot for shark fishing?
Sorry, say that again. 65-pound?
Backing and 50-pound. I disagree.
50 pounds fine.
But I disagree with the 65-pound.
Backing. Yeah, you can't go light on your backing. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just run 50 pounds the whole way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But 50 pounds more than edible.
No, 50 pounds, 100% for top shot.
Yeah.
But why take up more space on your spool in case?
Because you can't. If that line's out, you can't increase your drag now when you get your backing. So just run 50 pounds the whole way.
Exactly. Yeah. So I have to disagree with you there. Renier Potgieter, do you have the Dual XT on special with the birthday bash? To be honest, I did all the specials, but There's about 500 of them, so I literally have no idea.
I don't think I saw
I don't
it,
think
no.
they are there, to be honest with you. Ahmad H, for carbon the surf and general edibles from the rocks, not too comfy with longer rods. Why would you choose a 15-foot over a 14-foot? Pros and cons. I'm 1.7. What ounce would you suggest in the Tanashi or the Rockaway?
Listen, theoretically 15-foot you're going to get some distance, but there are guys that throw a 14-foot better than that throw a 15-foot. All depending on your casting style. 15-foot does help you off the surf because your rod tip is like, you can throw a longer drop in the surf, especially if you're wading chest deep or waist deep. You can have a longer, because you can have your rod at 45 degrees and have a longer drop to swing back. With the 14-foot, you're going to take a foot off your drop. But I can say that I probably throw a 14-foot better than I throw a 15-foot because I can accelerate the rod quicker because I'm a smaller guy. All depends on your preference. But off the bricks, a 14-foot is quite nice sometimes, especially for targeting cracker when you want your tips a little bit less forgiving in front. So yeah, I'd say either way it's going to work.
All right, so guys, we are going to wrap this one up quickly. Last one here, Fishing Port Elizabeth says that drag sounds like a Saragossa drag. Yeah, it really does. Justin Davies, doesn't it suck to carry your cooler box though if you double stack the H-frame? Yes,
but
it does.
Things need to be done.
Sometimes you have to get to the fishing spot, man.
And there's lots of stuff to take.
Justin, last one, guys, before we wrap this one up, and thanks for everyone who did tune in. Justin saying, thanks, guys. Currently waiting on my Euphoria to be delivered. Feel like a lighty before Christmas, but might just have to consider that real too. But it's a fantastic deal.
I need one.
I wouldn't sleep on it, to be honest with you. Just do it.
Don't say that.
Just do it.
No.
All right, guys. Until next week. See you all soon.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, I like that.